All right, let's talk about Juice Plus Plus. It's one of the most popular and most studied whole food supplements out there. Today, we're going to cut right through all the hype and get straight to the science to figure out what it can actually do for your health and what it can't. So let's be real for a second. We all know we're supposed to be eating a ton of fruits and veggies, but honestly, who has the time for all that prep work day in and day out? This is the exact problem, the exact promise that a supplement like Juice Plus Plus is built on. So, what is this stuff exactly? Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. They take the juice and pulp from a whole bunch of different fruits and vegetables, dry it all out into a powder, and then pack it into a capsule. The whole idea is to give you all those nutrients in a super easy, concentrated form. And that brings us to why this product is so appealing. It all comes down to one really powerful idea: the promise of convenient nutrition. Let's break down what that really means. Look, the number one selling point is just how simple it is. For those of us whose diets aren't exactly perfect, and let's be honest, that's pretty much all of us, right? It feels like an easy win. A simple way to get more of those valuable phytonutrients. And since it comes in capsules, chewables, even shakes, they've made it incredibly easy to fit into your daily routine. Okay, so it's convenient. We get that. But does it actually work? Does it translate into real, measurable benefits for your body? This is where things get really interesting. So let's dig into what the actual science says. And the first thing you need to know is that the evidence on this point is really strong. We're talking about multiple studies showing that when you take Juice Plus Plus, the levels of key vitamins and antioxidants in your blood go up, and they go up fast. This isn't just a theory, it's something you can literally measure. And the size of that effect can be pretty staggering. I mean, get this. In some of the studies, people saw their levels of beta-carotene, which is a super important antioxidant, shoot up by nearly 5 times. That is a massive increase. It's proof that your body is absolutely absorbing what's in these capsules. And it's not just one single nutrient. Think of it like upgrading your body's entire defense system. Some trials found that a person's total antioxidant capacity, which is basically a measure of its ability to fight off cellular damage, went up by about 50%. That is a really significant boost. But wait, there's more. The research shows a whole list of other positive changes. We're seeing levels of vitamin C, E, and folate nearly double. We're seeing up to a 40% reduction in DNA damage. It also helps lower that bad LDL cholesterol, cools down inflammation, and even lowers homocysteine, which is a big risk factor for heart disease. So these are all real, tangible wins you can see in the lab work. So the case for this stuff seems pretty airtight, right? Well, not so fast. This is where we need to pump brakes, because there is a huge, all-important catch that completely changes how we should think about these results. And this right here is the million-dollar question. It's great that Juice Plus can make your numbers on a lab report look better, but does that automatically mean you're preventing the big, scary stuff down the line, like cancer or heart disease? The answer? Well, it's complicated. So it's crucial that we separate what the science proves from what it doesn't. What's proven? It absolutely raises vitamin and antioxidant levels in your blood. It improves markers for things like inflammation. That's solid. But here's what's not proven: that those changes actually stop you from getting a major disease, or that this supplement can ever replace a truly healthy diet. For instance, in one study with cancer survivors, their nutrient levels got better, but it had zero effect on their actual tumor markers. See the difference? So if it improves our numbers but doesn't necessarily prevent diseases, what is it actually for? This leads us to the best, most accurate way to think about this supplement. It's not a replacement for good habits. It's a bridge. What do we mean by a nutritional bridge? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. Imagine your current diet is on one side of a canyon, and the diet your body actually needs is on the other. A supplement like this can act as a bridge to help you close that gap. This quote just nails it. The point is not to pop a few capsules so you can feel good about eating junk food. The idea is to use it as a safety net, kind of like an insurance policy, for those days or weeks when your diet just isn't what it should be. It's meant to supplement your efforts, not substitute for them. So who is this bridge really for? Well, the research points to a few specific groups. The most obvious one is people who know for a fact that they just don't eat enough fruits and vegetables. It also seems to be helpful for people who already have high levels of inflammation or high bad cholesterol. For them, it can be a useful tool alongside other lifestyle changes. All right, we've gone through the science, the pros, and the very important cons. So let's boil it all down into a final, actionable recommendation for you. But before we get to the action plan, just a few quick but crucial things to keep in mind. First, it's generally considered safe, but like any supplement, talk to your doctor first. That's especially true if you have any existing health issues. Second, you should know that some of the research is funded by the company that makes it, just something to be aware of. And finally, never forget, this is a capsule, not an apple. You're not getting the fiber, the water, or the simple joy of eating real food. So here it is, your simple 3-step action plan. Step 1 is non-negotiable. Eat real food. Make fruits and vegetables the foundation of your diet. Nothing can replace that. Step 2, if you're being honest with yourself and you know there's a consistent gap in your diet, then you can consider using something like Juice++ as that nutritional bridge. And step 3, always, always, always check with your doctor before starting any new supplement to make sure it's a smart choice for you. And that really leaves us with the final question. You have to look at your own diet, your own life, your own health goals, and ask yourself, is this nutritional bridge something that could genuinely help you? The answer is different for everyone, but now you have the science to make a really informed choice.